The toString method. So let's say you have a number variable in your program, such as something like this, and it's a crazy decimal. You've done some crazy math and you get all these decimals, yada, yada, yada. What if I wanted to display the value of this variable to a label? So I know I've got four things going on here, but let's just look at this label that says cost. Label cost label cost is this label. Jeez, what the heck was that? So I could say label cost dot text, and I want it to display this crazy number, this decimal number I have going on here. That's a double. Well, you guys would have ran into this issue before, where you've got this red line and it's like, well, it cannot convert double to a string. Text is a string. Text is just words and letters. So if you're trying to set the text of this label, it doesn't like that you're trying to set it equal to a double, which is not text. It's a number. So all you have to do from here on out in your programs is, if you have a number variable, just hit it with the toString method. It's kind of like parsing, except instead of taking a string, instead of taking text and parsing it to an integer, now we're taking a number, an integer or double, and we're parsing it to a string. And this is the way we do it there. So that's the first part. So now I can display this lovely number inside a label's text. Okay, part 2 of the video, and probably the more important part. This toString method has a lot of different, the toString class has a lot of different methods to make our numbers look pretty. So let's say that you have this number, you've done some math in your program, and let's talk about cost. Let's say this number is the cost of some item that you have created inside your program. So if you wanted to display this number as a cost to the user, you would probably like it to say $0.73. $0.73. The rest of the rest of these numbers are useless when you're talking about cost, because we have a dollar amount and we have a penny amount. So what you can do is you can use the toString method to get this format like so easily. And how do you do that? Well, you go num.toString. Inside the empty brackets, you're going to put some quotations, and you're going to put a big C in there. And that C represents currency. So what this line of code does is it takes your variable, so my number variable, it converts it to a string so that we can see it on a label. And this C says, make it look like a dollar amount. Make it look just like that. You don't have to do any other adding on of strings, any type of concatenation. So now watch this. When I run my program, this cost label is going to be changed to be the value of my number variable, formatted to look like currency when I hit this button. So I'm going to click it, and look at that. Automatically adds a dollar sign, rounds to 2 decimal places. I've got dollars and cents. So no more string concatenation. And I know it's frustrating that you could have just done that from the start, but it was good practice concatenating strings, because you do need it in other places in programming. And there's 2 other formats I want to talk about, percents and decimals. So let's do percents now. So if I wanted to convert this variable, the value of this variable, into a percent, let's say a test score or something, hopefully you guys could tell me that this number as a percent is 73.4627 percent. However, once again, does the user ever need to know all of those decimal places? Probably not. So it would be nice, you would probably want to display this number if it was a percentage as this. So I'm going to change this percent label to do just that. So I'm going to say label percent dot text equals my number variable. So this number with this really annoying decimal, I'm going to convert it to a string. However, I want it to look like a nice, lovely percent with 2 decimal places. So all I do is I put in quotation marks and I put a P in there for percent. So this line of code converts this number to look like this. Easy peasy. Watch this. Hit my format button, and it takes this nasty number and it converts it into a nice readable percent for the user. And the user is going to be very happy. And the last one, decimal. We've done decimals before. I've shown you a few different ways, but I think moving forward, this is the way you'll want to do it. Let's say I want to convert this number to a 2 decimal number. So I want it to look like 0.73. Because once again, what is the user going to do with all these extra decimals? It's just too much numbers. It's unnecessary. So there is a way to convert this number to look just like this using the toString. So label decimal dot text equals my number variable converted to a string, but formatted to look like a 2 decimal number. So this will convert any number variable to look like a number with 2 decimal places. So this number, this variable is going to get converted to look just like that with one simple line of code. Boom. So now, oh no. So now you get, oh no. Coughing, I'm sorry, I'm still sick. So now you guys can convert integer double variables to text and make it look pretty based on which formatting you choose. All in one line of code, which is very simple to use and pretty much is going to be used in all of your programs moving forward, because our programs are going to do a lot of math now with these decision makings.